It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game.
I want that. 14, front it.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Too little, cupcake. All go special. All go special.
Here's Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Penny, a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Woo-hoo! Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. You got nothing today.
To throw is Wilson. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Fights through and now a crease. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Check. Mike 50.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch that.
43 rail. Spike, white.
Mon looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
He's checking. Crash.
And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Bond going to throw it. Fighting through pressure. Now, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kellen Mond taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Seahawks 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Harrison Smith on the tackle. A gain of 12. 1st down, Seattle.
Let's go.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Seahawks 7.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check the outs. Slam.
14.
A handoff to Penny. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 check. Hey, check. 3 down.
Now Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Watch the pass.
Throwing is Wilson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Mike 10.
Hey, alert. Let's go.
Now it's Penny running right. And he'll go down at the 28. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Babies cry all the way back home, yo.
12.
Cry all the way back.
Now Rashad Penny. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
All day. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. I'm here all day.
Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Gotta do better. Yeah, listen. Come on, QB, come on. Mike 10. Mike 10. I got one. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Hey, defense.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Check three.
Here's Wilson to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Come on.
Gerald Everett there to make the grab. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
His kick is good. That ties the game at 14.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Mon. They shakes him off, and incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that, and even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Bond out of the shotgun. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's Mond.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson. 5 yards remain on second down. Now Mond. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go.
There.
Check.
On the run, it's Penny. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 37-yard line.
Second and 6.
21, check Mike 21.
36 power.
They're running it. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21, check.
Let's go. 4 down.
Scared. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21, check Mike 21. He runs. Check. Crunch. Check.
Alert.
31. Kill.
Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Mike 10. Mike 10. They going to need some therapy after this. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Hey, let's get this. 10's the mic.
Go. Friday.
Now it's Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
First down, Seattle.
Mike 10.
12.
Let's go, D.
12.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Gun.
They run it with Carson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
I know he ain't got it. Strong right.
Zebra.
Hey, we got 3 down. Mike 10. Mike 10. Watch the screen. Pass. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Watch the slant.
Wilson. And he's got it. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Far left.
Football. Check 24.
Friday.
Now Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Ready? Check the backer, check the backer.
Zebra. Up.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Hey, watch the screen. Here we go.
Second down and goal. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Nwangu now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On second down, Cook gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They'll look to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Mond. They're going for it. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. He's to the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson. 25 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Vikings 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 17.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So don't say nothing.
Back to throw again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Gonna throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike
Alert, 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 alert.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10.
Bound to lose one.
10's the mic. 10's the mic. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike 10. Mike 10. Mike 10.
Here's Wilson. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, try to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This is Penny, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Check nickel. You go.
4 down.
You got 3.
Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Check Mike 21. Exit.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
I got you. Hey, check Mike 21.
Quickly out wide to Eskridge.
They find some open field here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Watch the pass.
Hey, let's go double count right here. Double count.
Switch.
Alert.
Twist.
On 1st down, Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All right, D. All right, D. 10's the mic.
On the option, a handoff to Carson.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Hey, let's get this. Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys.
Tick.
Going nowhere. 10's the mic. Watch the run.
To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Field goal of 32-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Mond's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Mond looks to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Second and 10.
Tight end right.
Off the play fake, Mond. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
Check Mike 21.
Hey, alert.
Get that ball right here. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
On the ball.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I got him. Hey, check Mike 21.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, check Mike.
Here's Wilson.
Keep it up.
That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, CD, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
Watch the run.
It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 45. White. 6.
Man, I got you.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Third down and the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Mond. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's got room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And they take a knee. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? And they will take a knee here. The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody.